Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 111, and today I just want to say a few things at the start of today's episode. The first thing that I want to say is I really am very sorry for missing the redstone video on Thursday. I think Thursday was the day that I missed. Yeah, Thursday, December the 1st, because unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it was my 21st birthday. And I managed to mess up the editing of the redstone video that was going out on that day. I quickly watched it back. Unfortunately, there was just a mistake. I had put a clip in that wasn't meant to be in there, and I didn't have time to re-edit it because, of course, it was my 21st birthday. Okay, I was spending time with my friends. I was having a good time, so unfortunately, I missed that one, and I really do apologize for that. I will make it up to you guys. I'll probably do like an extra redstone video next week or something like that. But the other thing that I want to mention is that during today's Hermitcraft episode, in between, right in the middle, I am going to be going to the dentist to have a crown fitted. As you guys know, I had a root canal a couple weeks ago. Now I'm going to be having my crown fitted, and I honestly don't know if that is going to affect my ability to speak or not. I have no clue. So this could be interesting. This could be a very interesting episode of Hermitcraft. But anyway, let's crack on with the Minecraft projects that we've got to do. And straight away, I'm having a really strange computer problem in that I cannot open anything. I can't click on the start bar or anything. This is pretty odd. I've never really had this before. But anyway, for the start of today's episode, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff over by the nether base. So the first thing that I've got to do is I have got to locate the shulker box that I made in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. And I remember specifically putting it in a very specific chest, and I think that is the one. So there is our redstone shulker box right there, filled to the brim with redstone bits and pieces. Then I think we're going to need some stone slabs and also some stone bricks, because we have to fix up that piston door that got completely obliterated by the ghast. So for those of you who haven't seen, this right here is my crazy nether base that I built probably about 20 episodes ago now. And this is the infamous piston door that just gets completely destroyed. I mean, look at this area right here. It's all on fire. It just gets blown up by ghasts left, right, and center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck down my shulker box, and I'm going to pick up some of the redstone resources I need. And I have to say, this is my first time doing a redstone project with the shulker box. It's amazing. Honestly, this is one of the biggest changes I think they've ever made to Minecraft. This is fantastic. Just the ability to place down all those items right there. That's mad. Right, I think I'm going to have to do a full rebuild of this thing because I have no idea what is actually broken. Alright, so I have placed in a bunch of redstone, and I have filled in a lot of the blocks. And I do believe this thing is now fully functional. Yep, we have got ourselves a fully functional 3x3 piston door, so I'm just going to sort of sort out this area right here. We'll take a look at it from this side. And, oh yeah, the redstone lamp in the center. We really need that redstone lamp. That's one of the main things that made that redstone door so complicated, is I really wanted to power this redstone lamp. And if we had forgotten that, that wouldn't have been good. And also, I seem to remember that people didn't really like the design that we had going on here. So maybe I'll change it up. Perhaps stone slabs going around the outside. That could look pretty cool. This right here is the new design. I hope you like it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But anyway, we are now going to pop outside, and we are going to do some stuff in this area right here, because it looks very war-torn, doesn't it? I mean, first off, we need to put out all of these fires. Then we need to replace a lot of the netherrack with perhaps maybe stone bricks, maybe some of this stuff, the andesite, some stone slabs. Basically make it so that it fits in with our nether base over here. And then we need to create some way to actually get in to the nether base, because right now, this is all we have. What I would do is I would pillar up with the netherrack and get on top there. So we need to create some form of system that is going to get us up into the nether base, all of which could be done relatively quickly at the start of today's episode. So this is the design that I've gone for. As you can see, it is ridiculously simple. I mean, all we have is we've got the andesite in the floor, we've got the stone bricks, we've got the iron bars around the outside, the stone slabs, and then occasionally we have the stone bricks on the corners. And I have to say, for something so very simple, it actually looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks alright, doesn't it? It's quite nice. I don't know if it's just me, but I personally quite like this thing. So we're going to be moving away from creating the nether walkway now, because that's all done and dusted. I was going to do something really fancy. I was going to have crazy iron bar structures and things, but I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't think I could make that look very good. I might as well just keep it really, really nice and easy, and I'd say that looks pretty cool. But now it is time to start work on the mechanism which is going to get us up into the nether base itself. And as I'm sure you've already guessed, we're going to be creating a slime block launcher over here. So I'm going to grab my shulker box once again. We have got a bunch of slime blocks, sticky pistons, redstone repeaters, redstone torches, comparators, everything on the inside of this thing. And I'm going to start placing these around and try and work out if I can actually build one of these on a multiplayer server that works properly. Not 100% certain. Alright, so let's give this its first go. We have to hit this button right here and we should get launched onto that platform. We got launched into the side of the platform. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? That did not work in the slightest. Right, let's pop back up to the top and give it another go. So I've had to make some slight changes to the edge of our base right here, but I think that's okay. I'd say that's acceptable. So let's take a look and see if our new slime block launcher is going to work right here. Right, we stand on the slime block and... Hey, that was pretty good. So this is the new way for us to get up into the nether base, and it seems to work fairly reliably, and we haven't had any issues just yet. Good stuff. I like that. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, how long do you reckon before it gets completely obliterated by a ghast? I heard some ghasts on the horizon, so I've taken to hiding underneath my fence. I think this is probably the best way to do it. Moving on from all the nether bits and pieces, first off I just want to say the witch farm is now back up and running, and by the look of things working like a charm. So hopefully should be able to pick up some witch farm drops from up there. But also, as you guys know, I recently built this AFK fish farm. It's actually currently running right now. But as you guys also know, when I went AFK over here the other day, sadly Mr. Sequesterlot bot died, which seems to be a reoccurring thing on the Hermitcraft server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect up an AFK line that runs into the shut-off mechanism of that chap, so that hopefully doesn't happen again unfairly. Right, I think we should be on the home straight now. I've done the coordinates, and that is perfect. Couldn't get much better than that, and I have a feeling that it's been quite a tight squeeze between the redstone for the piston door. We've got the hopper line right there, and actually I've got to be a little bit careful of that, because obviously if we power any of the hoppers, then none of the items will go through, so we're going to have to sort of loop that round like that, but that's absolutely fine. And I think the redstone for the piston door is around about there, and then this is the redstone line from our AFK fish farm. So I'm just going to run this straight into the redstone line from the other AFK fish farm, and that should be this job done. So now, if either one of our AFK fish farms is switched on, the Sumumbo Questalot bot will be switched off, and he will not die, because that was really, really frustrating, and we only have 2 deaths left to go before I lose all 32 diamonds, and I think we have a week and a half for him to not die twice. I reckon we'll be okay on that one. But anyway, it is now time to crack on with the next project of today's episode. And actually, I've got something rather special that I just quickly want to try. For the next project, I have first off had to open up this door. Let's pop onto the drone. As you guys may remember, recently I asked you what is your favourite moments from me on the Hermitcraft server, and a lot of you said that time that I flew right the way through the Batcave. So we're going to try our best to recreate that moment, but I want to do it just a tiny bit faster. I feel like I'm a lot better with the Elytra these days. So let's just come out and round like this, and I think I'm going to attack it from this sort of angle right here. I'm a moron! I'm an absolute moron. I didn't even see that tree there. I was so focused on the door that I hit the tree. Right, let's move on from that. Right, it is now time for the dentist. I am going to go AFK for around about 2 hours. I really want to get myself a few mending books so that we can get ourselves those silk touch pickaxes. So hopefully we can just about do this. And I am back from the dentist. Now, one side of my face does not move in the slightest. It's not moving at all, so that's not a particularly good start. But hopefully I'm still able to talk. Hopefully I still sound okay. Procedure went fine. I've now got myself a nice white crown on my tooth, which is the full root canal procedure all done and dusted. But let's take a look in here. So first things first. Nothing crazy there. And really? What? No, there's got to be something wrong. There has got to be something wrong with our system here, because there is no way that we didn't get any enchanted books in that session. Are you joking me? Oh, I am down in the dumps. That is depressing. Next up on our rather long to-do list for today's episode is to pop on over to the bookstore. First off, we should probably sort out the floor, check out for any diamonds, but then most importantly, throw out all of the rubbish books, okay? Because we have got tons upon tons of terrible books in here. For example, that was actually okay. I mean, a lot of these are alright, but that one's pretty bad, so we could probably chuck out that one, and just basically sort on through, take a look at which books are just awful, and no one will ever buy, chuck them out of the system, so we can replace them with decent books. Something really strange is happening right here, and the more I do this, the more I don't seem to be able to read. I seem to have just lost the ability to read things, and I keep having to go back and chuck things out that I've missed. It's really strange. Right, I think this should just about do us. I think I can get rid of knockback. And that's it. Okay, so we have cleared out all of the rubbish books inside the system right here. And you know what I've just thought? I've been trying my hardest to AFK fish for mending books for like the past couple days. We went AFK overnight the other day, didn't work. We went AFK for an hour today, barely got any enchanted books. We have a bunch of villagers. We've got a mending villager. Right. Let's head over there, we'll give him some emeralds, and then we can do the enchanting session to get ourselves some silk touch pickaxes. Where are all of my books? I seem to have lost all of the books that we had. Where have they all gone? Alright, this is our guy, books, and then the books from the bookshelves. And we need 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And he didn't lock out his trade. That is fantastic. We have got all of the efficiency 4 books right here. So we just have to throw those onto our pickaxes. And then we'll be good to go. Now, because I've got such a ridiculous number of levels, I should be able to do this in one go. So I'm going to go efficiency 4, efficiency 5. Oh boy. Alright, okay. That's already... that's already used the whole ton of levels. Okay, that's efficiency 5, and we have efficiency 5 there. Okay, still have 45 levels left. Good, and then mending. Right, okay, so we've got 1 ridiculous pickaxe. Let's see if we can do this. Good, and then mending. Fantastic, still got 23 levels to go. And we need to place on this one. That's enchantment cost 6. And there it is, with 12 levels left to spare, we have managed to get ourselves 3 identical pickaxes. They're even in the same order. Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, and then Mending. Because, as you guys may or may not know, I recently broke my Silk Touch one. I don't know how it came about, but I just broke it while I was mining. I guess I just didn't pay attention. And yeah, I lost that one. So now we have 3. I can lose 2 of them, still have 1 left. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Next plan, we're going to sort out a rather horrendous area of my base. This spot right here. Now this has been here ever since I made the power beam, okay? And it's awful. It looks terrible, but I've never done anything about it. You can see it from the drone. It's disgusting. I don't know what I was doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a really, really quick terraforming session. This is going to be super fast, nothing too fancy. I'm just going to try my best to make this look like it fits in with the rest of the landscape. And you know what? I think I'm going to do it in the form of a third-person time-lapse. This is just a really quick time-lapse chat to say, hey, you should have a good day. I mean, you're looking good at the minute. I hope you're having a nice time. I hope you're enjoying today's video. We're around about 3/4 of the way through now. And I hope you're well. And I hope you're happy. If you're not, I'm sorry about that. Perhaps you should call your parents and chat to them because, you know, they harbour a lot of wisdom. And if you live at home with your parents, then you don't have anything to worry about. Just chat to them and they'll make it all okay. Good. Okay, I think we've covered it. Let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server. Okay, guys, so I have managed to do all of that terraforming in probably around about 8 or 9 minutes, which is super, super fast. For those who don't know, I'm pretty awful at terraforming, and when I do it fancily, it takes me hours upon hours, but this was slightly more quick and dirty, and you can definitely tell. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I didn't really look at it too much. I filled in the gaps. Oh, maybe the quick and dirty method wasn't good. That's not too bad. It's better than how it was. And obviously, once all of the grass grows, it will look much better. I think at some point, I've got to properly terraform all of this to hill. But I know that all of you guys hate it, so we're not going to be doing that in today's episode. Instead, we're going to be popping down into the storage system because there is a tiny bit of redstone that I just really quickly want to do. Translocation piston elevators were broken in Minecraft 1.11. So I thought I would mix things up a little bit and build a different elevator design down here. I was coming up with some ideas, but we really have no space to work with back there. So what I thought we could do is the standard minecart elevator. You know, the one with the ladders underneath the minecarts, and then you just right-click, fly right the way up to the top. I think that should work. I think it should work pretty nicely. However, I have not built one of these things in years. I literally cannot remember how to build it. So this could be pretty interesting. So I'm going to guess that you do something a little bit like that. And then something a little bit like that. And then you try your best to break the block underneath. Which I think I've just about done. Alright, okay. That seems simple enough. Let's see. Fantastic. That seems to be working. Right, I just have to do that a couple times. I have no idea how many blocks I should space between them. Probably should have done some research before this. But this shouldn't take any time at all. And this one here should be the final one. So let's break that block. That should fall down there. And then 1, 2, 3. And that is what our thing is going to be looking like. Now, I have to say, there's a chance that I prefer the style of the ladder. I might like the look of the ladder a little bit more. But that's a lot faster. Oh my words. Okay, well, we need to sort that out. Blocks have been filled in on this side right here, so hopefully that should fix our issue. So we can drop down if you really want to. That's nice and quick. Now we're down at the bottom, and then we can speed up to the top and also apparently place in a few extra blocks. But if we hop out, then we're on this side. Awesome. Okay, this thing is working. We have now got ourselves a minecart elevator. Even if it looks a little bit strange, I personally think that's a win. Believe it or not, we still have more things that we have to do. I mean, this episode has just been filled to the brim with lots of tiny little projects. And this tiny little project sort of follows on from a recent tiny little project. I made the redstone shulker box. The redstone shulker box was super handy today. Completely changed up the way that I do redstone because it just made life so easy. So I thought what I could do is I could grab myself the other shulker box, which we have somewhere in this system, and I could fill that up with building supplies, things that I tend to build with. So I'm talking stone, maybe cobblestone, maybe some dirt, some stone slabs, that sort of thing. And that's something that we could bring to all of the builds that I'm doing, and it should hopefully provide the resources I need to do everything that I want to do. Fingers crossed. I'll be honest, having said all of this, I have absolutely no idea what I should actually put in the box. I mean, I've got some sandstone, I've got some cobblestone, some wood. I don't know. Andesite? Maybe? I'm clueless. Completely clueless. So this is what I've got so far. I have got sandstone, cobblestone, wood. I've got hardened clay, glowstone, torches, sand. And then I've got 64 diamonds so that we can use them in the shopping district. But all of these slots are cleared because I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section what I should fill them with. I have no clue. I have no idea. What would be really useful to have on me at all times when I'm doing building? Ender pearls. Ender pearls would definitely be handy. Alright, I've added one thing. But there's plenty more, so let me know down in the comment section. Anyway, there's just one quick thing that I want to do before we end today, and that is to pop over to the snot shop. So here goes. Have we made any sales of slime blocks? You know what? I'm I'm fairly certain we haven't, and no. No, we have not. But we could definitely do with a little bit more stock right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an overnight ×2, in theory. An overnight ×2 AFK session, because I'm going off to London tomorrow, so hopefully I can stay AFK for like 30 hours or something and just get billions, absolutely billions of slime balls to turn it into all of the slime blocks so that we can keep that shop stocked. And I'm back. I've just got back into the office. I've been at AFK for like a good number of days, literally just logged out, and by the look of things, someone has come by my place and have given me some cake. They've put a pumpkin on my head. And also, I now have myself... Well, I've got myself a birthday suit and a curse of binding pumpkin. Oh, for goodness sake. I can't take this off. That's hilarious. By the look of things, that would be Tango and Impulse. They have just bombed by. And they have dropped off all the bits and pieces. So I'm going to try my best to do this clip with the pumpkin on my head. I do apologise for how it looks. It's totally not my fault. By the look of things, this is going to have to stay on until I commit suicide. It's the suicide squash. So first up, slime balls. We have got... I mean, we've got a decent number of them, but that's not ridiculous. I don't know if I'm just going crazy here, but that is 1, 2, 3 double chests. And it's been like 2 days. I've been AFK since Friday, so I did all of Saturday. Yeah, Friday at about 11 PM, I left the office and I went AFK. So we had all of Saturday, and now it's Sunday at 11 PM. So that would be about 36 hours. And to only have that much, that's not particularly promising. Let's take a look and see what's going on over at the AFK fish farm drops. Hopefully they're a tiny bit better. I mean, I must see 3 double chests. I suppose I can't complain too much, but that does seem significantly slower. Stole a curse of binding. Thanks. I'm assuming there's a chance that that is actually the guys that actually puts the pumpkin on my head. But let's see. Right, by the look of things, we have got ourselves a whole ton of enchanted books, and we have also filled up our entire system. So I have no idea. I have absolutely no clue what most of the books are. It's probably backed up through all of the hoppers and everything. Fantastic! Alright, well I guess in the next episode of Hermitcraft, we're going to have to do some pretty serious clearing here. We're going to have to take out a lot of this stuff and also remove a bunch of the books and put them straight into the bookstore. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'll see you later.